Thank you so much for joining Celina Yoga Jams. In today's practice, we're working primarily with the lymphatic system, getting things flowing, releasing all that stagnant stuff that no longer serves us. As usual, we'll be doing a few poses to soothe the digestive system and ending with a deep relaxation. I hope you enjoy it.
So as usual, let's just shake a little bit. Big inhales through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Just let everything go and wake up at the same time. Don't be shy making noise. The vibration, it actually helps us to release. There's different noises for different days, so just feel free, please. Any kind of movement that feels good. 2 or 3 more big sighs. Okay, so the feet underneath the hips. So we're going to keep releasing, but in a little bit more of a controlled way. So I really like this exercise. I don't think I've done it with you before. So I started already. So just a little bounce. So feel the feet on the earth and just get a little bounce going through the body. Relax the shoulders. Let the arms just be loose. We can exhale through the nose or the mouth, whatever you need. I still like to imagine the upward pull through the base of the skull, through the crown of the head. And I like to imagine that this bounce is like a vibration coming up from the center of the earth, through my feet, and just bouncing, moving my whole body. So it's like every cell is just getting shaken up. Every muscle, every bone, all of the thoughts, all of the feelings, we're just loosening everything up. So just relax into it as much as you can. Let's relax the face, the cheeks, the jaw, the belly, the thighs. Loose arms. And we'll see if we can go maybe a minute or so. Just relax into the bounce. Let the vibration from the earth take over. This is really good for the lymphatic system. So the lymphatic system moves the lymph through the body, the waste products, and it doesn't have its own pump. Like, the circulatory system, the heart does all the pumping. But the lymphatic system, it only moves when we move, or like if we get a nice massage. That's another reason I really like the self-massage exercises. So let's see if we can relax into this even more. Push the feet into the earth. Let this bouncing sensation just take over. So we're not thinking about it. We're just kind of letting it happen. Check the shoulders. Can we relax the shoulders a little more? Okay, when you feel ready, start to just slow it down. Okay, so we're going to keep going with these kind of like lazy movements. So we can maybe just open up the feet a little. Knees a little bit bent, so we have a strong base. And we'll just start to swing side to side. So the arms are still really nice and loose. I like to think of like spaghetti arms. You breathe through it any way you like. So I like this exercise for the lymphatic system, like I mentioned before. Also, I like just like feeling the space around the body. It's like giving ourselves permission to take up like our own personal space. And if there's anything that's interfered in that space, it's like this movement is just kind of like cleaning it out, changing the energy around us. Okay, swing yourself back to center. So now we're gonna add a little bit more effort. So it's like the same concept, but we're adding a bit more effort. So we'll bring the arms up. We can inhale to one side, hand comes onto the chest. I need to come forward so I don't hit the back. And then we can exhale to the other side. Also, don't worry about the breath. Just use the arms a little bit more intention and touch the chest. So with this exercise, I like to imagine like gathering up anything that I may need, any gifts from the universe, just gathering it up and taking it into my heart. And at the same time, each time the hand touches the heart, I like to imagine loosening up any hardness around the heart. You know, we all build walls, it's normal. So loosening up that hardness and then just taking it away from the heart, giving it back to the universe. And thanking it, because we need those protections that helps us at a certain time. So we can just play with this, receiving whatever it is we need, taking it into the heart, and releasing whatever it is we're ready to let go. And remember, you can ignore everything I say. You just go with what feels good for you. Few more. Let the breath take over. Let the movement take over. Feel the twist happening in the waist, along the spine. Okay, when you feel ready, we can start to slowly swing back to center. Okay, now let's just play with the feet on the earth. So take a moment, the hips can move side to side, and just feel how the weight shifts on the feet. Maybe we can do hip circles, but really focusing on the feet. So feeling the way the weight shifts, outer edge forward, outer edge back. Relax anything that can be relaxed. So we can relax the belly, the face, maybe the mind. All right, let's change the direction of those circles, feeling the feet on the earth. All right, now let's see if we can build up those muscles in the feet, around the ankles, and even more important than that, really just feel the connection with the earth. All right, so we'll come onto the toes, and then just walk forward and back. So keep the upper body nice and loose. Imagine the upward pull, base of skull, crown of the head. Okay, so we stay on the toes, but let's turn the toes out. Still walking forward and back. And you can like have fun with it however you want, you know, if you want to have like jaunty shoulders, whatever, it doesn't matter. All right, now we turn the toes in. This one is more awkward for me anyways. Okay, give yourself a shake. Whew. Now before we do the next foot exercise, like we did last on Tuesday, we'll just knee up, knee down. So inhale up, exhale down. Each exhale, just feel the foot connecting to the earth. Okay, release, give yourself a little shake. Take a breath to recenter. So the next one, it's a little trickier. If you need to be close to a wall and grab a wall, please feel free. So now we're gonna try, I hope you can see this, we're gonna try going on the heels. So the toes up, We're on the heels and we're still just walking forward, back. And of course, only do as many as it feels good. I know it can be a little bit uncomfortable. Okay, so exact same thing as on the toes. Let's see if we can turn the feet out, stay on the heels. Whew. So retraining our bodies. All right, let's turn the toes in. Try to stay on the heels. Okay, whoo, shake out those legs. Oh, what a workout. All right. So we'll do one more swinging exercise. So first, like we did on Tuesday, let's play with our little back bends. So we're standing. We bend the knees. Hips come forward. And then we can have the hands on the back, just lift up the heart. And then come back. So do two more. Bend the knees. Hips forward. Lift up the heart. And relax. One more. Bend the knees. Hands on the back. Hips come forward. Lift up the heart. And relax. So now we'll take it into a swinging movement. So we'll start just the feet. So we go forward on the toes, back on the heels. So the feet don't have to lift at all. It could just be going forward, back. Or you could lift the heels up when you come forward. Maybe lift the toes when you go back. You decide. See what's happening in the pelvis. So when we go forward, like when we did the back bend, see if the pelvis can kind of scoop forward. And then when we go back, the hips go back. So get comfortable in the legs, and then if you want, we could add the arms. So when we go forward, arms could come up. When we go back, arms could go back. Relax the face. And we just want to get into like a swinging movement where we're not really thinking about it. It's kind of like we're just letting it happen. We're doing a lot of lymph system cleaning today. So when the lymphatic system is stagnant, we tend to feel kind of stuck, really low energy usually. And when it's flowing, there's usually like a sense of freedom, openness, and movement. So this exercise in particular, it's one I really recommend. You know, if ever you're feeling just really low energy, really stuck. And of course, when I'm in that state, I don't feel like doing this. I don't feel like doing anything. But if I can convince myself to do it, I say, oh, okay, I'll do it for just a minute. And then after the minute, I'll see how I'm feeling. I'll be like, okay, maybe a minute more. 5 minutes is really nice. But when I'm in that state, I can't even consider 5 minutes. So I start with just one. Let's see if we can relax into it even more. Okay, last few. All right, when you feel ready, slow it down. And then we'll take a second just to stand. So we can, actually, why don't we roll the shoulders first? So we can inhale, forward up, exhale, back and down. Just go with your breath, move the arms whatever way you like. You can always exhale through the nose or the mouth. Okay, we'll change directions. Roll the shoulders back and up. Exhale, forward, down. If the spine wants to move, let it move. And remember, you can always play with sound. Of course, being respectful of each other. Okay, let's roll it back again so we can end on an open chest. Just 2 or 3 times. Okay, the next exhale, drop the shoulders down. Let's open the palms of the hands forward. The thumbs slightly pulling back. And the fingertips almost like they're being pulled towards the earth. We'll do our 3-part presence practice. So part number 1, breathing with the heart. Part number 2, scanning the body from the crown of the head all the way down. I like to imagine a horizontal laser going through the whole body so I don't skip any part. And once your awareness touches the soles of the feet, touching the earth, just silently say to yourself, I am here. So I'll repeat the 3 parts. Part 1, breathe with the heart. Part 2, scan the body from the crown. Let your awareness touch every part of the body-mind. And check in with yourself while you're doing this. Are there sore parts, tension? What parts feel good? And once your awareness touches the soles of the feet, touching the earth, silently say to yourself, I am here. So let's play with it on our own for a little while. Okay, finish the round that you're on. Now before we add movement, let's just feel the feet on the earth. Maybe imagine strong, deep roots. We can even imagine breathing with those roots. At the same time, remind yourself of the upward pull at the base of the skull, crown of the head. Maybe feel the spine get a little longer. So a practice I like to do with the inhalation is imagine energy from the center of the earth coming up through the roots, through the whole body mind, through the crown, going all the way up through the stars. And then on the exhales, taking that energy from the stars down through the crown, through the whole body mind, through the feet, all the way down to the center of the earth. And really, it's like these 2 streams, the way I like to visualize it, is they're constantly moving through the body. So from the ground up and from above to below. And they're just supporting me, stretching me, holding me in both directions. So if that visualization feels good for you, please use it whenever you want. Okay, let's go into some half sun salutes. So feel those feet on the earth, maybe push them down into the earth even more. Remember when we come up, if you want to do the back bend, soften the knees. So we inhale, open up the arms. If you want to lift through the chest, pelvis goes forward, then the chest comes up. but you don't need to do the back bend at all. Exhale forward. Bend the knees, make sure it's comfortable. Inhale the hands on the shins or the thighs. Nice flat back. Come halfway up, pull the crown of the head forward. Exhale, fold. Squeeze the breath out, fold into yourself. Press those feet down into the ground. Inhale, come all the way up, use the arms, circle up. Exhale, sweep the arms down, come into a prayer in front of the heart. And maybe just silently say something very sweet to yourself, a little I love you or something, if you want. Okay, let's go again. Inhale, open up. Exhale and fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Remember, bend the knees as much as you need to. Press those feet into the earth. Inhale all the way up. Exhale to the heart. Acknowledge something wonderful about yourself. Let's go again. Inhale, open up. Exhale and fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale up. Exhale to the heart. One more. Inhale, open up. Extending out through the fingertips, through the crown of the head, through the heart. Exhale, fold. Inhale halfway, nice flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up, open up. Exhale to the heart. Take a couple breaths, see if you can feel your beating heart. And then if you can find the heartbeat, notice if you can feel the heartbeat and the feet on the floor at the same time. And then maybe add that little lift in the crown of the head. Okay, we're going to work the legs a little more. So first, hands to the knees. Open up the feet a little wider than the hips, more like shoulder distance. Just give yourself a little knee massage. Feel the little bones. Do the backs of the knees too. Okay, so hands on the front of the knees, and we'll just do our circles, circling in. Make sure it's comfortable. It can be very small circles. And then change direction, we'll circle out. Okay, come back to the center. So getting into those legs, we'll turn the toes out. Bend the knees. So we want to make sure there's no pressure on the knees. We're using our thighs. So use your thighs to like pull up. Bring the shoulders back and down. And just kind of like sit in those hips. So 2 or 3 breaths just here. Letting the legs work. One of my yoga teachers likes to say, everything is easier when we have legs to stand on. So that's one of the benefits of these types of leg exercises. Okay, we're going to get into the sides of the body. So bring the arms up like little cactus arms. Take another couple breaths if it's okay. You can always lift up if it's too much, or if you want to work more, you could sit more. So you decide. So this position, it's called the goddess pose. And it's bringing us into feeling powerful, yet vulnerable. Okay, so we keep the shape of the upper body, we keep the shape of the lower body. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, just with your breath. And then exhale, just tilt to one side. Just as far as you can comfortably go. Inhale back to the middle. Exhale over to the other side. So that's it. Just follow your own breath. So it could be fast, it could be slow, it doesn't matter. Maybe you want to hang out in the spaces between the breath for like an extra millisecond. Listen to your body. Find what feels good for you. Maybe it's something else completely. That's fine. The whole point of yoga is to connect to our own wisdom. The wisdom that lives inside our body minds. Okay, let's just do one more each side. All right, next time you come to center, we're gonna work. Let's see if we can hold it just a little longer. If you're feeling it, maybe a little lower. Ooh. One more breath. All right, press into those feet. Oh, ooh. Might want to slap out those thighs a little bit, the knees. Great work, everybody. Okay, so we're gonna come down to the mat. Maybe grab your socks and your sweaters now. Even if you don't feel like putting them on right away, just have them close by so you don't have to get up again. And we'll come to sitting. We'll do a few sitting poses. Okay, so we're going to keep playing with the hips and twists. So we'll set the feet separate, like the distance of your mat about, the hands behind the body, and we'll start just dropping the knees. Don't let me rush you. If you're still getting ready, take your time. We'll just drop the knees one side to the other. So when we go to the side, it's like the hip wants to move towards the knee. So you'll notice if you do it really dramatically, your opposite arm will want to lift. So we can add the arm. You could throw it out loose. Or if, like me, you don't have enough space and you might hit the wall behind you, you could just look at your palm. So find a way that feels good for you. Sometimes I like looking at the palm just so I can like really appreciate my own hands. You know, everything these hands have done, everything they're capable of doing, the fact that I have hands. A few more each side. Okay, the next time the knees go to one side, I'm going on my right, but it doesn't really matter. Just stay the legs on one side. So it's like your foot kind of loosely lines up with the opposite knee. Hands either side of the knee. Imagine there's like a string between your hip and your knee, and somebody's pulling the string. So your hip pulls towards the knee. Take a couple of breaths. Check the shoulders, see if they can relax. Check the cheeks, see if they can relax. Now, if it's comfortable, we'll do a little up-down movement. So we inhale here. Then we exhale, just bend the elbows, fold, just as far as it's comfortable. So just a few times at our own pace. Inhaling up. Exhaling forward. Just follow the flow of your breath. Let it become almost like a dance. Okay, the next time we inhale up, let's exhale. Turn the head away from your feet, so the opposite direction. So I'm turning my head towards my right shoulder. And then maybe I can come down, keeping my head turned. So inhaling up, I'll bring my head back to center. I'll exhale, turn my head away from the feet. I could stay up here, or I can bend forward again. So I'll bring my head back to center, come back up one more time. You find your way to do it. Turning the head away from the feet, maybe staying up, maybe going down again. Head back to center, coming back up. So take a couple more breaths. Twists have two components. The squeeze, so that's what we're in now, kind of squeezing the internal organs. And then the second component is the soak. So we'll move into the soak. So we just come back to the center, feet flat on the earth, and we just sit. You don't have to sit like this. You can sit any way you want. Just not being in the twist for a moment, letting ourselves soak, the organs soak in fresh blood, nutrients. Okay, let's go over to the other side. So we'll just go right into the other side. So drop the knees to the other side. So the foot and the knee kind of roughly line up. Don't worry about it too much. Hands either side of the knee. Imagine the string between the hip and the knee. Somebody's tightening it. So the hip is pulling towards the knee. And we start just upright, just breathing. See what you can relax. Maybe the face, maybe the jaw, the belly, maybe the thighs. We don't need a lot of engagement here, just the hip going to the knee. We want to feel good. All right, so we can add the up down. So we inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold, only if that's comfortable. So if it is comfortable, just go with the rhythm of your breath. Follow your breath. Inhaling up. Exhaling forward. Okay, maybe we can add the position of the head. So when we're up, we exhale, turn the head towards, away from the feet. So it's my left shoulder. And then we can maybe go forward. Bring the head back to center as we inhale up. Turn the head away from the feet. Go forward if that feels good. So you just find your way, play with it. Follow your breath, follow what feels good. One more. Okay, we can come back to the up position. Just take a beat. And then we'll bring it back to the center and go into our soak. So you could have the legs like we did before. You could maybe bring the soles of the feet together. It doesn't matter. We just want to be more symmetrical and let the organs soak. Relax into your breath. Okay, let's sneak in 2 more twists before we come down on the back. So we'll start just stretching the legs out. And try to find your sit bones. So sometimes I like to do a little wiggle. Oh, Tiger scared me. This is Tiger. Hey. So you can do a little wiggle. You can also like take the hand and like pull yourself out of the way. Pull the flesh out of the way. Pull the toes towards you. And try to get the spine as long as it can. So almost like we're lifting ourselves up out of our hips. Just 2 or 3 breaths. Remember the string, base of the skull, crown of the head. Okay, so we'll keep the left leg on the bottom. Bend the right leg. You could have the foot inside the left leg, or you could cross it outside the left leg, whatever. And it could be closer to the foot, it could be closer to the hip. It's wherever it's comfortable in your body. We want to be able to have the whole foot down on the floor. We'll interlace the hands below the knee and just come up to a proud open chest. So draw the shoulders back and down. And now we want to see if we can breathe so deep that the belly pushes against the thigh. Keep the left leg engaged, the leg that's extended on the bottom. Let the shoulders drop, let the face relax. Two more really deep belly breaths. All right, let's take it into the twist. So the right hand holds on behind the right thigh. The left arm comes up, so we're twisting towards the right leg. So we inhale, stretch. We exhale, go to the right. See how you can catch onto your leg. Maybe wrap the elbow around the knee if that works. If not, just have the hand on the knee. The back hand, the right hand comes behind. If it's okay, turn the head towards the right shoulder. Try to keep the shoulders down, the neck long. Relax the face and just breathe into this twist. Okay, when you're ready with an inhalation, come back to center. Now take that right leg in the hand. So the foot in one hand, the knee in the other hand. And let's see if we can just circle the hip a little bit. Change direction. Okay, extend the leg forward. So re-engage, pull, toes towards you. You could have the hands on the floor for sure. Hands can be anywhere. Nice long spine, just a breath or two. It's like the sit bones are moving down, the crown of the head is moving up. And find something to relax. Okay, other side for our twist. So now the right leg stays on the bottom. We bend the left leg. It could be inside the right leg, or you could cross it outside the right leg. Find a position that's comfortable where you can have the foot like fairly flat on the ground. We interlace the hands below the knee. Come back to the long spine. So if you started rounding a little bit, don't worry, it's totally normal. But try to come up on the sit bones. Shoulders back and down, nice proud open chest. Now we want to see if we can breathe so deep that the belly pushes against the thigh. Giving ourselves a little internal organ massage. At the same time, we can send a little love, appreciation to the belly, to all the internal organs, the digestive system. Just a little thank you for working so hard. And for supporting us. Okay, let's take it into the twist. So now it's the left hand holds onto the left thigh. We try to keep the right leg engaged, the leg on the bottom. Keep the toes pulling towards you. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale, twist towards the left. See how you want to catch on. It could be the hand on the knee or maybe the elbow. I like the elbow for myself. The left hand comes behind. Move yourself into your twist. If it's okay for the neck, look over the left shoulder and breathe nice and deep. For sure, it's not as easy to breathe in the twist, but we do our best. When you feel ready, let's take ourselves from the squeeze into the soak. So we inhale, come back to center. And while we're soaking, we can do our little hip rotation. So left leg holding onto the knee and the foot, making some little hip circles or big hip circles, whatever you want. Change direction. Okay, release. We'll come down onto the back. Knees into chest. We can just rock a little side to side. All right. Let's put the left foot down on the floor. Bring the right leg 90 degrees. We're doing our ankle circles. So hold on to the knee, the fingers behind the knee, the thumbs next to the knee. The right leg is 90 degrees so you can't see your own toes. And then we just rotate that ankle. Okay, change direction. Give yourself a little shake. Just shake out the foot. So still the right leg. Let's interlace the hands below the knee. We'll inhale here, the knee kind of away from the body. Exhale, pull the knee into the chest. And we'll just do that a few times. Inhaling away. Exhaling, pulling in. Go with your breath. Okay, we can release the right leg, put the foot on the floor, and start our ankle circles on the left. So left leg comes up 90 degrees, so try to make it so you can't see your own toes over the knee. Brace the knee with the fingers behind, the thumbs to the side, and start rotating that ankle. Change direction. All right, shake out the foot, the leg. And we can just interlace the hands below that left knee. Inhale the knee away from the body. Exhale, pull it to the chest and just go with your breath. Okay, we can keep the left knee at the chest, take the right knee to the chest, open up the arms. One last set of twists. So I'll give us the option. We could do the version of the twist where the legs are like glued together. We inhale in the middle, exhale to one side, inhale in the middle, exhale to the other side. Or this other version that I also really like, where one leg drops aside and then the other leg just has to follow. And then the top leg comes up, it goes to the other side, and then the bottom leg just has to follow. So whichever version of twists you like, go for it. Okay, and once you're happy with the twist, let's get ready for Shavasana, our final relaxation. So it's really important to get super comfortable. So first you can pick how you want to place the body. If the low back is a bit sensitive, you might like the knees bent, leaning together. If it feels good having the legs stretched on the floor, that's fine too. And kind of like tuck the shoulder blades underneath the back. Chin tucks in a little bit. If your body needs any kind of little adjustment, movement, whatever, just do so. And let's give ourselves permission to relax. Now, out of all the wonderful things we've done today, this pose, the Shavasana, the full relaxation, it's the most important part of our practice. It's here by allowing ourselves to relax completely, to let everything go, to just fully open up and release. That's what allows us to integrate all of the work. So let yourself relax. Even the breath. I like imagining or just feeling like it's the universe breathing me, so I'm not even controlling the breath. There's absolutely nothing to do, nothing to change, nothing to control. For these next few minutes, let's give ourselves permission to let everything go, to let ourselves relax.
very, very, very gently start to wake the body mind. Be wiggling the fingers, the toes, turning the ankles, wrists. And eventually, once you feel ready, take your time. Give yourself a full body stretch, arms overhead. Inviting fresh energy, fresh oxygen into every cell, every molecule. We'll do our banana stretch before we come up. So the right foot just slides to the right. Left foot comes on top of the right foot. Right hand grabs the left wrist. Arms are still overhead. And just pull the upper body, the torso, over to the right. So we make ourselves into a banana shape. And then just breathe into it. See if you're going to feel the breath in the belly. Okay, we'll come back to the center. Take a breath or two in the middle. And let's make our banana on the other side. So the left foot goes out to the left. Right foot comes on top of the left foot. Arms are still overhead. Left hand grabs the right wrist. We just kind of drag the upper body over to the left. So find your banana shape, breathe into it. And again, see if you can feel the breath in the belly. Okay, come back to the center. Take a breath or two. And then we'll very gently start to make our way up to sitting. So we can take the knees into the chest. Roll over to one side, usually the right. And just take like a second just to feel, receive the support of the earth. And then in your own time, using the strength of the arms and the inhalation, pressing up. And placing yourself in any comfortable seated position. So before we close our practice, let's just take a second. Feel the parts of the body touching the earth. Maybe again, imagine, visualize those strong, deep roots. Knowing that that connection to the earth is always there. That support structure, that nourishment is always there. And at the same time, feeling the upward pull through the base of the skull, the crown of the head. And again, recognizing that universal connection that is always there. We'll rub the hands together. Come into a prayer. We can press the thumbs into the sternum, roll the shoulders back and down. See if we can find the heartbeat.
that beating heart that's also always there. You know, the proof that we belong, that we have purpose. Maybe send a little gratitude, appreciation to that beating heart, to yourself. I will close by chanting Om, the sound beneath all other sounds. Let's exhale completely. Inhale to chant. With gratitude and appreciation, may we honor, acknowledge the light, the love within ourselves, within each other, and within all. Namaste. Thank you guys so very, very, very much